Once upon a time, in the heart of the United States, a man walked into the governor's mansion looking for work. The governor asked him directly, "What can you do?" With confidence, the man said, "I'm diplomatic. I understand people. I resolve conflicts with clarity and calm." The governor smiled slightly. "Well," he said, "we've got no shortage of politicians around here, but we recently lost the manager of our state horse ranch. You'll take that position." The man accepted the job without hesitation. A few weeks passed. The governor visited the ranch to check on things. He asked, "How's my finest horse? The most valuable one in the whole state?" The man replied, "Sir, that horse is not a purebred." The governor raised his eyebrows in shock. "How do you know that?" he asked. The governor immediately called an old stable hand who now lived deep in the countryside. The stable hand confirmed, "Yes, the horse is a purebred, but its mother died at birth. We raised it with cow's milk." The governor was confused, then curious. He summoned the new ranch manager. "How did you figure that out?" The man replied with calm precision, "Because of how it eats. A real thoroughbred horse takes the grass in its mouth and lifts its head with pride. This one lowers its head just like a cow." The governor was stunned. He was impressed by the man's observation. He sent the man a generous reward: grain, butter, roasted lamb, and gourmet poultry. And then he gave him a new position. Now he would serve inside the governor's residence near the First Lady. Time passed again. One day, the governor asked the man quietly, "What do you think of my wife?" The man paused. Then he said, "With all due respect, she behaves like a First Lady, but I don't believe she was born into nobility." This time the governor was deeply disturbed. He quietly went to his mother-in-law. He told her what the man had said. She sighed and lowered her gaze. Then she spoke. "The truth is, when your father proposed to our daughter, she had already died as a baby. She passed away just 6 months after birth. To keep the alliance between our families, we adopted someone else's daughter and raised her as our own." The governor was in disbelief. He returned to the man and asked, "How did you know?" The man looked up and replied, "Because of how she treats the household staff. She lacks the grace and compassion that comes with a noble upbringing. No woman born into true dignity would treat others this way." Once again the governor was deeply impressed. He rewarded the man with sacks of flour, sheep, goats, and crates of fresh fruit, and this time he appointed him as his chief advisor. Time moved on, but one question still lingered in the governor's heart. He called the advisor again. "Tell me," he said, "what do you think of me?" The man hesitated. Then he said, "May I speak with complete honesty?" "You have my word," said the governor. Then the man said something that shook the walls of power. "You are not the son of royalty. Your manners, your habits, they are not of a ruler. You do not give gifts like kings do." The governor's eyes burned with anger, but he had given his word. He rushed to his mother's private chamber. There he demanded the truth. She wept and confessed, "It's true, we could not have children. We adopted you from a shepherd's family up north. You are not our biological son." The governor sat in silence. Then slowly he called the advisor one last time. He asked, "How did you know this?" The man replied calmly, "Sir, when true royalty gives a reward, they offer diamonds, land, or titles. But you give food, livestock, butter, and flour. That is not the nature of kings. That is the instinct of a shepherd's child." Moral of the story: habits reveal heritage. Character reveals blood.